Hi, I'm O.S. Hawkins, author of VIP. You can become a very influential person. You know, our lives are filled with acronyms in our modern culture. I'm the CEO here at Guidestone. We have a COO and we have a CFO that has a CPA. Those of us who go to college to earn a BA or maybe an MA or MBA or maybe a PhD have to make sure we do well on our GPA and score well on an SAT. In this war on terrorism, our country is protected by the CIA and the FBI, and of course, every April 15th, the IRS comes along to get what they claim is theirs. As soon as I get through taping this, I'm going to have a BLT. Even in social ministry, acronyms control our conversation, LOL. But perhaps there's no acronym that's muscled and maneuvered its way into our English vernacular like that one VIP, very important person. You know, being important is a life goal of a lot of folks, but you know, the world has a way of forgetting those who are important, but always remembering those who are influential. So I want to change the definition of that acronym, VIP. I think it should stand for very influential person. That word influence comes from two words, in and flow in Latin. It's the word picture of a mighty river that's flowing and little tributaries and creeks flow into it and are swept away, carried away in its flow. This book, VIP, really tells us how we can live our lives in such a fashion that we influence others and others get caught up in our flow. How can we become a VIP? Well, V is for vision. People are influenced by those who know where they're going. I is for integrity. People are influenced by those who know who they are. And P, that's for purpose. People are influenced by those who know why they're here. Perhaps no other person influenced a whole world. No other person ever influenced a whole world like our Lord Jesus Christ. He was a person of vision. He didn't just come after a few locals. He gave us a vision of reaching the entire world with His good news. I, integrity, He was integrity personified. He preached the world's greatest sermons and practiced every single thing He preached. P, purpose. He was driven by purpose. He said up there in Samaria that my meat, this thing that sustains me, is to do the will of Him who sent me. You know, to be an influencer takes all three of these things. I know people with tremendous vision that along the way had little integrity and their influence has waned and they don't influence many today. I know folks of impeccable integrity but who have no vision or no sense of purpose and drive and don't influence many. We here at Guidestone are about the business of trying to influence folks. We're trying to influence people and that work around us. I want to be an influence to everybody that works with me. And our participants, those we serve, and our prospects. This book is designed to teach you how to become a person of influence. It's for individuals who want to grow in their faith and grow into learning how to be people of influence. It's for business owners. I know people who own businesses who bought copies of VIP for all of their employees because they're interested in their people, knowing where they're going and who they are and why they're there, and influencing others, particularly in the area of sales. Schools are using them as graduation gifts. What a better graduation gift could you give someone than to put in their hand a book that's going to enable them and instruct them and teach them to live a life of influence for those all around them, their families that'll come, their wives, their kids, their business associates. 2 Corinthians 10 verse 13. Paul said, we won't boast beyond our limits, but we'll boast only with regard, listen to this, to the area of influence God has assigned unto us. Did you know that God has assigned an area of influence just for you? Somewhere there's someone to reach no one can reach like you can. Somewhere there's someone to influence like no one can influence like you have because God has assigned you an area of influence. You can become a VIP, a very influential person. So I hope this book will be a blessing. But you know what? If it's great to get a blessing, it's a lot greater to be a blessing. So I hope you'll also give it away to graduates, to family members, to business associates. And remember that like all of our books, that all the royalties and proceeds from VIP Go to support Mission Dignity. We're on a mission here to bring dignity to some forgotten folks, and that's retired pastors and their widows way up in their 80s, living at the poverty level. We desire to be Christ's hand extended to them in support, to bring them dignity and security in their declining years. So every time anyone buys a copy of VIP, all the royalties and proceeds go to stand by those folks. I hope you'll get the book. Hope you'll share the book, because you can become a very influential person.